Are you terrified to make a decision? What if it's a wrong decision? What if you choose wrong? Do you have that fear? So, how to deal with decision making? In relation to our topic today, let me narrate to you a story about a horse. There was this horse who embarked on a long journey. He is thirsty and hungry. The horse hadn't eaten or drunk anything in days, and it was going to die. Fortunately, it discovered a pail of water and a bale of hay. Both were the same distance away from the horse. However, it wanted to drink the water and eat the hay, but it couldn't decide which to do first. If one was a bit closer to the other, it might have made its choice a little simpler. However, they were both equally distant. As a result, the horse turned its head. It stared at the water, then back at the hay, then back at the water, then back at the hay. Left and right, left and right. It was unable to decide that his demise seized him before he was able to make his decision. Unfortunately for the poor horse, he died out of hunger and thirst. The horse didn't realize that it could go drink the water, then go eat the hay, then go back to water, and back to hay again if it wanted to. Instead, the horse was analyzing which choice would have been better until it died miserably. We are similar to the horse in many ways. We are constantly presented with decisions. Unfortunately, choices must be made even when they are difficult. Here are some instances of difficult choices you may encounter in your life. Choosing a job, a university, a professional path, and so forth. However, none of these decisions must be permanent. We can always change our minds and paths. Assume someone wants to increase their income. There are several options available for them. They might start trading cryptocurrency in addition to working at their professions. Perhaps they might consider investing in real estate, or they might create their own online store. All the choices may seem equally compelling. So they go crypto, real estate, online store, over and over, resembling the horse. They can't make a decision. Instead of choosing one option, they tend to overanalyze every single option. And as a result, they never make a decision because they are frightened it will be the incorrect one. But the fact is that we won't know which option is good until we try it out. So don't be frightened to make the wrong decision. If you change your mind, you can always move in a different direction. The worst thing that could happen is that you learn something new about yourself and what you prefer. Wrong decisions are simply learning experiences. You can always change your path if you discover that the direction you're on isn't right for you. Assume you picked real estate. Then after a year, you feel that real estate isn't for you. Then you can always switch to crypto or anything else. But if you don't try it first, you will never know that real estate isn't your thing. So whenever we are given two equally appealing options and are unable to select which one to choose, the wisest solution is to choose one and stick with it. In the end, you might discover that something that didn't seem so enticing at first is truly the path that you want to take. However, indecision isn't the only issue. Many individuals are so terrified of committing to one thing that they choose everything. Consider working on 5 distinct business prospects at the same time. You make no progress in any of them because you are dispersed in far too many directions. This quote summarizes it pretty well. If you try to chase 2 rabbits, you will not catch either one. You can't chase 2 rabbits and hope to catch both. You must make a choice and decide which rabbit to pursue first. Only until you've captured the first one can you go after the second. Only until you've captured the first one can you go after the second. So if you're 20 or 30 years old right now, you have around 50 years to do whatever you want with your life. So don't stress about getting everything done right away. You have more than enough time today to explore and accomplish all of the things you want to do. But you must focus on them one at a time, not all at once. A perfect decision is something we cannot reach simply by surfing the internet. It requires a thorough judgment, and you must weigh the pros and cons. However, we must do our best to learn all we can and then choose only one thing. Commit to one item for an extended length of time. If it's a career decision, aim to get extremely excellent at it and utilize it to get paid. At the end, you want to know the ins and outs of it. Now, if you discover that the decision you made is not for you, then you now understand what you don't want and where you don't want to go. After that, you may always change your mind and choose again. Don't make the mistake of believing that all decisions are final. If you discover that the next option isn't for you, you may try something different. There are no bad decisions, only possibilities for learning. So don't be like the horse who died without a solid choice. Instead, be like someone who sticks to a path and then changes it when that is not in your favor. Now, it's an easy part. Click on the like button and then subscribe to the channel. We are here to learn, to succeed in life, and put more money in your pocket.